Hello, this is the second volume of the course called the Openings for Lazy, or Lazy Opening for Black and White both. The concept is very easy. In both cases, black is putting the setup with d6 and white is repeating with d3. So in the first volume we checked everything where black is playing against anything with d6, all the setups with d6, and practically the same we are doing in the second volume already for white, repertoire for white, lazy repertoire for white with d3. I didn't examine in this DVD specifically the lines, the minor lines such as Pirk, like Alekhine, like Scandinavian defense, because there are many good recipes for that, and also, I mean, it will not fit in this DVD. That would be a separate topic. But what I did, I studied and examined in this DVD the most important reactions against the most important openings against e4, such as e4, e5, e4, e6, e4, c5, e4, c6. So against all those four moves, I try to give the same solution is connected with d3. While working on this, preparing the materials on this DVD, I learned for myself some new interesting things. It enriched my vocabulary. I'm in chess more than 40 years, but even for me it was interesting to learn it. Even I'm playing all this type of lines like King's Indian attack all my life, but still I learned something new. And moreover, I can say that playing against strong opponents in online tournaments, because I don't play now in the classical games very often, maybe 1 or 2 times per year, still I could make some good results and get some good positions. That means that these openings, maybe they're not the best from a point of view that fighting for advantage, or I mean fighting from the center, but it still keeps the fire on, it keeps the pressure, and specifically the opponents, sometimes they are not very well prepared, and you can get an easy advantage just because they don't know the typical ideas of this opening. So what would it give it you, the whole this set of 2 DVDs, lazy repertoire for black and white? It will for sure enrich your vocabulary. It will for sure give you new type of typical middle games ideas. It will improve your kind of flexibility in opening. Sometimes you want to play one style, another style. From one hand. From another hand, it's quite easy to remember. I mean, it's schematic play, it's easy setups, it's pleasant, I mean, it's comfortable, you feel comfortable when you play these setups. It's fast, I mean, if you play rapid or blitz, I mean, you don't have to think much, you just sort out pieces because you know where to put them. And the last but not least is that you feel comfortable, and often your opponent feels uncomfortable because he might be prepared for, I don't know, some very important main theoretical lines, and you just cool him down with a cool shower, like, guy, okay, let's just simply play chess. So that's all about this lazy repertoire for white. Talking about the 4 openings, I mentioned e5, e6, c5, c6. Easier to discuss about reaction against e4, c5, knight f3, e6, because it's just King's Indian attack, and even I made a previous DVD on that. That was part of my King's Indian attack DVD. But here I mainly focused on this setups with knight bd2, except the one when he is playing c5, d5, then queen e2, e5, and c4. Of course, this is a very comfortable setup for white. More difficult part was to show advantage against lines like e4, c5, knight f3, d6. Initially, I was thinking maybe even to give you this Moscow variation, bishop b5 check. Of course, Rossolimo, you can always play it with white, but still I wanted to show you something different. The lines with d3, kind of close type of Sicilian lines, or King's Indian attack lines type of. So Still, there's some interesting type of position which you can still explore and play with white. I was pleasantly surprised that against Caro-Kann, this knight f3 and d3, it's quite a decent opening. It's not so easy to equalize with black. This is interesting. And also, you know, against e4, e5, I mean, you can equalize it anyhow. You play Rui Lopez, it's draw. You play Italian, it's draw. Doesn't matter. So, I mean, from this point of view, d3 doesn't make any difference. It's another opening. White has ideas. Black has to make moves. And as the practice shows, not so easy to equalize with black. Actually, even with computer, everybody can equalize. But when you play the game, it's not so easy to equalize. So practically against e4, e5, this king's Indian attack is still also playable, the setup. So practically here I want to draw a line. The interesting part of this DVD was, of course, this king's Indian attack, the classical setup when he's pushing all his pawns on the queen side. That definitely should be more explored, more developed. I show you some tactical ideas, some strategic ideas for white. I give you some opinions, but that it's a long way to explore. Altogether, it is a lazy repertoire. It is a lazy repertoire for both, for white d3 and in the first volume d6 for black. It's very well connected in between the typical ideas. They are very similar with white and black. So, I mean, that definitely gives you a clear knowledge about some typical structure, pawn structures or setups in these lines. And I definitely encourage you to study the top games nowadays with online games. You have all these games of Magnus, Hikaru, all of them, they play these lines with both colors. So you can learn more from their games. That's what I would encourage. Of course, having your own analysis, but the most important, just play. Chess is just a game, and this lazy repertoire will make your life easier. You will enjoy playing new type of positions and maybe sometimes with good results. So I wish you good luck. Enjoy the two volumes. The first one, the d6 lazy repertoire for black, and the second one, d3 lazy repertoire for white against the main black openings.